Welcome to BFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Naressa Bostwick. First off, on the local scene. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Union, SVGTU, Annual Solidarity Week commenced on Sunday, November 9th, under the theme Celebrating 50 Years of Courage, Dedication, and Pride in the Struggles of 1975. Throughout this week, various activities will be held, including a new members seminar this morning, North Central Windward branch visit on November 11th, the annual general meeting on November 12th at 4 p.m. at the Kingston Preparatory School, the President's Awards and Cocktail on November 13th, and the Solidarity March and Rally on Friday, November 14th. The Ministry of Education has granted a half-day for all primary and secondary schools, as well as government-operated early childhood centers on Friday, November 14th, to facilitate teachers' participation in the March and Rally. The march starts at 2:30 p.m. from the Peace Memorial Hall and ends at Bishop's College Kingstown Harcourt. The rally will commence shortly afterwards. Candidates who will be contesting the upcoming general elections here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Thursday, November 27th, submitted their nomination papers earlier today. The nomination period was from 9 a.m. to midday. Each candidate's nomination form was required to be signed by 6 or more electors who are qualified to vote in the particular constituency in which the candidate is seeking to be elected. The registering officer for each of the 15 constituencies received the completed nomination form from each candidate, who also had to make a $500 deposit. All 2025 recipients of national and exhibition scholarships, as well as bursaries, are advised of an orientation meeting on Wednesday, December 3rd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Conference Room. The orientation, which will be conducted by the Personnel Department, is designed to provide important details regarding the provisions of their awards and the guidance on how to access these scholarships. It will help recipients fully understand their awards and prepare for their tertiary education journey. The Personnel Department will reach out to recipients ahead of this meeting with further information and support. The award recipients were publicly recognized for their achievements at the National Schools Independence Rally on Thursday, October 23rd. The rally featured the formal recognition of 84 SVGCC graduates who excelled in the 2025 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations CAPE and associate degree programs. This comprehensive award package, valued at over 20 million AC dollars, supports the recipients as they advance toward their tertiary education goals at universities. In regional news, Guyana's Education Ministry has announced plans to introduce moral and civic education as part of the national school curriculum, along with a website for reporting bullying. Education Minister Sonia Parag, speaking at a national anti-bullying consultation, said the initiative forms part of a comprehensive national effort to eradicate bullying from schools and promote positive values among students. Parag said moral and civic education will help nurture empathy, kindness, and responsibility in the next generation. Moral education should be the foundation upon which we become better human beings as we grow, she said, explaining the importance of the interventions, stating that they will make acts of kindness and goodwill a habit that is very difficult to break. As part of this new campaign, the Ministry of Education also launched the Management Information System Unit platform. It said the secure digital reporting tool will enable students, parents, and teachers to report incidents of bullying or harassment. The California-based Haitian Bridge Alliance, HBA, has condemned in the strongest possible terms a newly issued guidance by the Trump administration instructing consular officers to consider chronic health conditions when determining visa eligibility for Caribbean and other applicants under the public charge rule. In the new directive, the U.S. Department of State says applicants with medical conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, obesity, and mental health disorder should be denied visas, claiming that those applicants are more likely to depend on public assistance if admitted to the US. The State Department reportedly dispatched a new directive to embassy and consular officials overseas through an internal cable. If this guidance is allowed to stand, no immigrant applying for a visa or green card will be safe, HBA Director Gerline Joseph told the Caribbean Media Corporation, CMC. Any illness, no matter how manageable, could become grounds for denial. It is arbitrary and fundamentally contrary to the principles of due process, equal protection, and human rights. Health challenges is not a crime. This policy weaponizes illness against the most vulnerable, punishing those who have already suffered under systems that deny them health care and opportunity. Joseph said this guidance is not only discriminatory, it's lawless and is calling on the Trump administration to rescind and reconsider the directive immediately and reaffirm that health is a human right, not a disqualifier for dignity. And finally, in the news at this hour, US President Donald Trump threatens the BBC with $1 billion legal action over the editing of his speech in a documentary. In a letter to the corporation, his legal team demands the BBC immediately retract the Panorama program by November 14th, calling it false and defamatory. It comes as BBC Chair Samir Shah apologized for an error of judgment over the edit and said the BBC was considering how to respond to President Trump. BBC Director General Tim Davie and the CEO of News, Deborah Turness, resigned on Sunday night after a leaked memo criticized the 2024 Panorama program about the US president. The memo, written by ex-BBC advisor Michael Prescott, said the program put two parts of Trump's speech together, so he appeared to explicitly encourage the Capitol Hill riots of January 2021. This has been WFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. Our next newscast will be presented at 5:30 p.m. Be sure to join us then.